Hello everyone! In this lesson, I will show you how to repeat a string. It's a simple task. So here, let's suppose that I have a string, my string. This is my string. And I want to repeat this string 20 times. How can I do this? Simple. I can call my string dot repeat, and as parameter I pass the number of times that I want to repeat this string, in this case 20. Now let's see what happens. This method here will return a new string, so I need to create a new variable here, var new string, and now I can make a console.log new string. Let's see what happens here. And now, as you can see, our string repeats a lot of times. Now I will change this value here to 5, and as you can see, our string repeats 5 times, right? So that's it. This is the string repetition feature that comes in EAX 6, and I hope you enjoy, and I see you in the next lesson. Hello everyone! In this lesson, I will show you how to find substrings inside strings. But what is a substring? A substring is a part of a string. So here in my code, let's suppose that I have a string. Hello world. And in EX6 came new functions to search inside strings. So I can search inside my string if this string starts with a determined substring. So for instance, I want to search if my string starts with H. Alright? And if my string starts with H, this method here will return true. If it's not, this method here will return false. And here I will create a new variable that I will call of hold return. And after that, I will make a console.log hold return. Now let's see what happens here in the code. And as you can see, we get true, because in fact my string here starts with H. But beyond this, I can put an entire string here. For instance, if my string starts with hell, let's see what happens here. True. If my string starts with he, true. But what happens if I type a wrong letter, for instance, in this way, hell X? False, because our string doesn't start with hell X, right? The same thing if I put here anything. False, right? So it's so simple work with this method here. Now let's see another another method, but now to find if our string ends with some substring. So here I will find if my string ends with D. Right? Now let's see what happens. False. But why? Because our string doesn't end with D. Our string ends with this sign here. So this sign and true, right? I can put here a entire string, for instance, LD sign. True, right? So this first method here, starts with search for us if our string starts with some substring. And this one here is the inverse. This method here search if our string ends with some substring, right? Remember, a substring is a part of a string. Now let's see another method that comes in Ex6, which is myString.includes. This method here will search in our string some substring. So for instance, I want to search if in my string there is this substring low. Let's see what happens. True. Now I want to see to search if in my string I have this substring. True. And why? Simple, because in my string I have this substring right here, right? So this method here finds a substring in the middle of our string. So it starts with find in the start, ends with find in the end, and includes find in the middle, right? So that's it. I hope you enjoy, and I see you in the next lesson. Bye bye. In the last lessons, you saw how to work with some array special methods, some of them as for each and find. Well, let's remember how to work with the array for each. So I will create here an array with some names, and I want to loop through this array. So to loop through this array, I will make a for each. So my array dot for each, and we saw that inside this for each here we should put a function which receives the value Now let's see what happened here. As you can see, we got here each name of our array. But this way here to use for each with a function inside this for each isn't very clear. In Ex6 comes a new way to work with functions, right? Which is the arrow function. So I will comment this code here, and here I will make a my array Oops, I forgot to put the comment here. Well, so my array dot for each, and now instead of I put here a function, I will do the following thing. Value arrow in this way, equal sign, and the greater than sign, right? Console.log value. And now I will reload, and as you can see, we got the same result. Why? Simple, because this code here is the same thing of this code here. So this is the arrow function, and it has this name because this symbol here seems like an arrow, right? Well, so here in arrow functions, in this way, you can only have one line of code in this way. If you want to have more than one line of code, you need to put here curly braces in this way, like a function. And inside these curly braces, you can put whatever you want. Let's see what happens. Right? So this code here is the same thing of this code now. Here. Much more clear, right? Well, now here, first in an arrow function, the first part is the parameter part, right? So here you can pass parameters to your functions. So here, for instance, I have the value parameter, but if I want to pass a second parameter, I need to put parentheses here and pass parameters like a function. Second parameter, right? And so on. But remember, if you want to pass more than one parameter, you should put these parentheses here. If you want to pass more than one parameter without these parentheses, you got an error here, right? Because you only can pass more than one parameter to your arrow function with these parentheses here, right? But if you want to pass one single parameter to your arrow function, you can use or not use the parentheses in this way, or in this way here, right? Same thing. So arrow function is a thing that is really easy. It's just another way to create anonymous functions in JavaScript, alright? So I hope you enjoy, and I see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.